Well, we have two cards and they're water cards. We've got the King of Cups here, all about taking control of your emotions. Our King of Cups has already been a Queen of Cups and a Knight of Cups and a Page of Cups. The Queen of Cups was able to remember her divinity, and she was able to dive deep into the waters of the subconscious and meet with whatever fears were underneath and lurking there. Our king has already been through this stage. He has no longer anything surprising him or scaring him. He is not living in fear anymore. He's resolved all of this. So, given any situation, he rises above it. He doesn't get involved. He has mastered his emotion, he has mastered his subconscious. We have here the Hanged Man surrendering to whatever it is that comes up. He's hung himself from a tree, and I always think of the myth of Odin, who hung himself from a tree and sacrificed his eye in order to gain more wisdom, more knowledge. I'm going to take that card because it just flew at me as our final card. And he tied himself to a tree and received the knowledge of the runes. So this, for me, is a period in your life of reflection. This person here, the Hanged Man, another water card, has turned himself upside down. He's turned his world upside down. He's seeing it from a whole different perspective. How would that work out for you? Can you put yourself in the position of the Hanged Man and see your life from completely new eyes, come at it from a whole new direction, and sit in contemplation and reflection and see what happens when you surrender and meet with that inner wisdom through stillness? Because it seems like there's been a lot of action in your life. Up until now, you've had little respite. It looks like you've been on the go, 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 go. This looks as if it's been quite a brutal time for you. You may feel like you're at burnout, fatigue. You've had to push really hard to get to this stage. And there's been so many things that you've needed to take care of. The Nine of Wands is here saying, I've managed to break through. I've got some ground, but I'm not really sure of my footing just yet. But I need a final push, and I don't know if I have the strength for this. And we have these two cards saying, okay, take a breather. Take a breather. Let's be still for a moment. Collect your thoughts, because it's very important. We've got the 9 here, that to get us to the 10, I think you'll find that when you go within, these cards are asking you, what would it take to not look back? What would it take to just take that one wand forwards with you and not all the other things? Where can you let those go for your next cycle? Anywhere that you're carrying other people, carrying situations, so much on your plate, where can you simplify your life a little and make things easier? I think that's what the wisdom of our King of Cups and Hangman are starting to say today. If you're enjoying the cards, I do ask that you like and subscribe to the channel. It really does make a difference. Great big shout out to those of you who've already done so. I so appreciate you. And welcome if you are new here. And now I invite you to close your eyes. I'm going to take you into a short meditation with the cards. And so I invite you now to have a look at your emotional well-being. And if you haven't mastered your emotions like our King of Cups today, just think about stepping into his clothing, in his shoes. And whatever comes up to you, comes up for you. Where can you master it? Where can you act like the King of Cups? Where can you take control? And recognize that you have the choice whether you fall into the chaos of whatever may present itself on your emotional field and trigger you, or whether you rise and sit above it. Do you know what that is at this moment that may be trying to pull you into the chaos, pull you under the waves, cause you to react? Where can you feel into your strength and your sovereignty here? A higher state of consciousness, higher state of being. Where from this space can you, like our hanged man, see your world from another perspective? Maybe see it from your husband's perspective, or your child's perspective, or your parents' perspective, or a friend or a colleague at work's perspective, anyone that you may have been coming up against. Where can you see it from their point of view? Where can you see yourself through their eyes? The hanged man is asking you to pause for a moment, to have some self-reflection. What part of you needs to grow? And maybe there's just a calling to be quiet and receive some inner wisdom through that stillness and that pause. Because it seems as if it has been a chaotic time. It has been a bit of a rough ride. There's been lots on your plate. We've been carrying a lot. It's been a burden, and it sounds like you've had to really build your strength to get through this. And my goodness, have you built some strength. You may have had to set up some boundaries. Maybe you're taking yourself out of your comfort zone with whatever it is that's going on for you. Message of the card seems to be, take a moment to pause, and in this time, what can you leave behind you and not look back for? What energy have you dispersed that you can just no longer use to carry? Where can you move forwards with more simplicity in your life? Make things easier on yourself. Carry the one wand, not all of them. And if you do have to carry them all for now, know that this is coming to an end. This is the end of a cycle, and you're invited to push through to the last stage if you need to, but then really think about what you can leave behind for the next cycle. Where can you find a bit of freedom? Let things go. In your own time, you can come back to the room and open your eyes. Cards today, looking at your emotional well-being, the water elements showing up strongly here, trying to calm down some of this fire of the wands we've got here, the 9 of Wands. So balancing it out here by saying take charge of those emotions, try and rise above the situation and see your life as well from a different point of view, pause and reflect and see what wisdom can be gained from that inner peace and inner stillness. And our 9 here saying, yes, honoring the fact that you've worked extremely hard and knowing that this is coming to an end. And through this time of self-reflection, can you work out how you can make things easier for yourself going forwards? Have a wonderful day.